going on YouTube? This is Sam, Team Samux here, coming to you guys with of course, Mass Hero deck profile for the January 1st, 2015 format. So I hope you guys enjoy this deck profile. And of course, it's the release of Elemental Hero Shadow Mist and of course, Mass Hero Dark Law. This deck has become absolutely amazing. But of course, Shadow Mist isn't the same as Stratos, but we wish that Stratos has been back. Unlike the OCG, they have Stratos and we don't. So it's not fair that they have Stratos, and of course, we have Shadow Mist. But Shadow Mist is as good as Stratos. Shadow Mist, she's really good. She's able to, of course, when she special summons, she's able to search up a mass change from your deck to your hand, or any change quick play spell card for your deck to your hand, which is absolutely amazing. So I hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile. As I progress through the deck profile, I'll be explaining to you guys some of the card choices that I decided to play this deck and the reasons why I play them. And of course, some of you guys don't want to watch this deck profile, so there will be a link in the description bar below to check out the deck list of this deck. And if you guys haven't checked out my duel video with this deck on YuGiOh YGO Pro against Netclots, there will be a link on the annotation somewhere on the screen. So if you guys click that, it will redirect you guys to that video. And of course, the way that I built this deck is similar to Bubble Beat. The way that Bubble Beat works, less monsters and more spells, and of course more traps. Just control the game and have control over the board and have that control aspect, and of course the OTK aspect at the same time is absolutely amazing. So I see some builds where it's just planning on OTK, and I don't feel like that's the best way to play this deck. But this deck is still currently in testing, and I piloted this deck at locals today, and I top 4 with this deck. So during Swiss, there was 5 rounds of Swiss. I went 5-0 again, but I lost in top 4. Yeah, today it was only top 4 today. Yeah, so I lost in top 4 to Shadol's. Yeah, which is pretty bad because he played Mass Hero Shadol's actually. So that deck profile will be up soon. Mass Hero Shadol's will be up soon. So guys, stay tuned to that. So guys, enough talking. Let's get started with this video. Okay, of course, start off with the monsters. I really play less monsters. That's my goal, to have like the least amount of monsters as much as possible. And of course, what I play is, start off is I play triple Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. You guys all know what Shadow Mist does. She comes out in the new structure deck. So it's not the same as Stratos, but it's somewhat like Stratos. But she's able to search up, when she special summons, she's able to search up a quick play change card from your deck to your hand, and which is pretty good. So she's a if your first turn hero lives for her, she's able to get you your mass change right away, and then you're able to go into Mass Hero Dark Law. And of course, Dark Law can just be really problematic into Dex's format, such as Burning Abyss, Shadows, and even Tellarknights, and even Clayforts actually, because Clayforts, if you guys don't know that, if the monsters are tributed and while Dark Law is on the field, they are banished and they don't go into the Pendulum Zone. That's what I heard from other people, but I'm not 100% sure on the ruling. But when I played against the Clifforts today at my locals, he banished all of his Clifford monsters when he tributed it for the disc and stuff like that, and he just banished all his monsters instead of putting it to the extra deck. So yeah, so of course 3 Shadow Mist, your Dark Law target. Next we play triple Elemental Hero Bowman. Bowman is absolutely amazing. Bowman is just so good, and of course I have the OT ones. Before Mass Heroes were popular, and of course before the release of the Hero Strike structure deck, I had these sitting in my binder for the longest time. So I was just holding on to them until I finally got this deck and just decided to just play this deck because Bowman looks amazing. Look at that, boom. See that, guys? And yeah, so 3 Bowmans, really self-explanatory. In the OCG, they only have 2, but having this card at 3 is absolutely amazing. During late games, if you top like an E-Call, and you have no cards in hand, you activate E-Call, search a Bowman, and just special Bowman, then you draw 2 free cards. Hopefully you draw into a Miracle Fusion or Mass Change or stuff like that. So Bowman is really, really good and self-explanatory. And next, we play only 2 Elemental Hero aliases. I used to play 3 in my testing on YGO Pro, but I felt like 3 is too much and it's too cloggy. Back in the day when Stratos was at 1, we played 1 Stratos, 3 Bowman, and 3 aliases. That's only 7 monsters, and right now we're having at 8 monsters, and that's a lot in heroes. Because since you're basing the deck around Shadow Mist and Bowman, you want to set your cards, and the more monsters you have in your hand, you can't set anything to special on the Bowman from your hand, and you can't even go OTK at that point. So I only decided to run 2 aliases. Yeah, 2 is enough. 3 is too cloggy in my opinion. And last but not least, a great addition to the deck is of course Summoner Monks. Summoner Monks, aside from Hero Lives, is one of the fastest way to get into your Shadow Mist's first turn. So if you have you went on Summoner Monk, you summon Summoner Monk, switch to defense, you ditch an E-Call maybe. The only cards you want to ditch is probably like an E-Call, a Hero Lives, or stuff like that. Rhoda. You never want to ditch that Miracle or the Mass Change. The only cards you want to ditch is of course the cards that you're already gonna plus off. So let's say you have an E-Call in hand. you'd rather ditch the e-call for Summoner Monk than any other cards, because either way you're plussing either way. So you summon Summoner Monk, you ditch e-call, you bring out Shadow Mist. Shadow Mist searches out your mass change, and you set, and when your opponent standby phase, you activate mass change, and then you just go off from there. And yeah, so 2 Summoner Monks. The only bad part about Summoner Monk is that, sometimes when you draw him during late game, you would never want to top deck a Summoner Monk unless you already have a spell card in your hand. But other than that, he's a really, really good card. He's one of the fastest ways, other than Hero Lives and Call of the Haunted, to get to your Elemental Hero Shadow Mist. So that is it for my monsters. I only play 10 monsters, and this is the only 10 that I will play. And my reasoning is why I do not play Goblinberg is because, one, you need to have an Elemental Hero monster in your hand for you to summon Goblinberg. And the only thing that it's good with is, of course, Shadow Mist, and other than that, it's not good. Unlike Summoner Monk, the only card you need to have in your hand is a spell card, and you don't really have to rely on having a Shadow Mist in your hand for Goblinberg. So Summoner Monk just special summons directly from the deck, while Goblinberg just special summons from the hand, and sometimes you may not have that Shadow Mist. And what you try to do is you want to have that Shadow Mist in your hand, but sometimes you don't. So that's why I chose to only run the 2 Summoner Monks and not run any Goblinbergs at all. And I feel like the more monsters you have, the more cloggier your hand is, and the more likely your chance you're able to set your bubble mans. So yeah. So hey guys, I'm gonna go really in depth about this deck profile, and if you guys don't want to watch the videos, there will be a deck list in the description. So just saying, guys, so you guys don't have to watch it. I'm not forcing you guys to watch it, and I know some of you guys don't like my long deck profiles, but in this one I just like to explain every single thing that I play and the reasons why I play them. Because Mass Heroes just came out, and to some new viewers, you guys don't know what Mass Hero does. So I just like to explain it to you guys. So of course, for the searchers, I play 3 e-calls and 1 Rhoda. And of course, it's vice versa. You can play three Rhodas and 1 e-call. It doesn't matter. This whole deck just searches, these search engines just searches out your heroes and stuff like that. And the only card that it can't search is, of course, Summoner Monk. But that's okay. So only 4 searchers. I feel like, having a lot of searchers, like, if you play 3 and 3, I feel like that's unnecessary. You're able to just thin out your deck. Being able to have already Shadow Mist and a Mass Change in your hand, you're able to just search already, and and Shadow Mist is a built-in Rhoda as well. So this is all I play. If you guys play 3 and 3, I think that's a little bit too much, and that's going overboard. That's crazy. Next I play double Hero Lives, only 2 Hero Lives in my opinion. If you play 3, that's going for OTK type of aspect, and the only time you want to activate Hero Lives is for you to just get that Shadow Mist out on the field so you can get Mass Change. And other than that, I feel like Hero Lives is a dead draw. And of course, it's a massive cost, paying half your life points, and especially when you're going first, trying to bring out, of course, Shadow Mist and paying 4,000 life points to summon that Shadow Mist. You're already half down the game, so I feel like only 2 Hero Lives is enough. And of course, during game 2, I usually side Hero Lives out because I'm not trying to go an OTK aspect during game 2, because I'd rather side in like traps other than the Hero Lives. And of course, you have Call of the Haunted to bring out your Shadow Mist and Summoner Monk. And as I said before, with Summoner Monk, I usually pitch a Hero Lives for the Summoner Monk anyways. So yeah, it's pretty good. So 2 Hero Lives. It's still a great card. Next you play, of course, the main engine of the deck, Triple Mass Change. Mass Change is absolutely amazing. Mass Change helps you go into Koga, Dark Law, Acids, etc. It's really, really good. And of course, the good thing about Mass Change is that you can activate more than 1 of it per turn. So you can literally just OTK your opponent. It's just like a El Shaddai fusion, kind of, for elemental heroes. So you play Triple Mass Change, and one of the best cards aside from Mass Change is, of course, Double Mass Charge. Mass Charge is absolutely amazing. You guys don't understand how great Mass Charge is. Of course, playing literally like this, the whole deck just recycles. You have all their searchers. This is a searcher basically because it recycles cards from your graveyard, and it also adds 0 Mass Change from your graveyard to your hand, and it also brings a hero monster from your graveyard to your hand as well. So of course, you're basically playing 5 Mass Changes in the deck by having 2 Mass Charge. Honestly, in my opinion, if I'm gonna see as the format progresses, I might even play triple Mass Charge, because it's that good. Mass Charge is absolutely amazing. And next I play triple Miracle Fusion. Your king of top deck Miracle Fusion for the win. That's how it usually works. It's self-explanatory. 1 Book of Moon, 1 Snatch Steal, and last but not least, triple Mystical Sea Typhoon. And as you guys can see, I do not play any Mass Change number 2. Is because this deck, I want the set cards. I want a special Bubble Man, and I do not want a neg. Unlike decks like Shadows, they're able to just plus off when they activate Mass Change a second, because they can pitch and then they can send a Shadow monster from their field to the graveyard. They get that Shadow monster's effect, and then they get to bring out the fusion. Dark Law and stuff like that. But in this deck, you rely on your hand, and sometimes mass change too. You won't even have a hand to begin with because you're going to be sending all those cards for Bubble Man. Anyway, so that's my personal opinion on why I do not play mass change a second. But I feel like this is enough. If you guys want, you guys can play triple mass charge because it's just so good. I'm telling you guys right now, mass charge is devastating and it's pretty broken. So yeah, so this is it for my spells. I believe I played 19 spells. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 19 spells. So that is it for my spells. Now off to my traps. I do play a lot of traps because, as I said before, decks throughout all my decks, I try my best to have a control type of deck. So this is what I play for my traps. So of course, double breakthrough skill. Breakthrough skill is absolutely amazing. This card is so good. You guys all know that. If you guys watch my deck profiles, I love to play Phoenix Chains. I love to play cards that negate monster effects and stop monsters from attacking. But in my personal opinion, I feel like Breakthrough Skill is way better off in this deck than Phoenix Chain is because Phoenix Chain, one, it can be really dead. Not dead as like a dead drop, but like really dead on the field. If you Phoenix Chain your opponent's monster and they XYZ with it, you have a dead Phoenix Chain on the field, and then you can't get rid of that Phoenix Chain. Unlike Selenites, you're able to just recycle your Phoenix Chains, your face of Phoenix Chains with, of course, Trevor and stuff like that. But in this deck you can't do that, and of course you rely on your setting of your back rows as much as possible. So breakthrough skill is just better in that aspect. And of course breakthrough skill you're able to break through the Dante, the Winda, and stuff like that. So yeah, and you're even able to break through your opponent's Dark Law during the mirror match and stuff like that. So double breakthrough skill, one compulse, one bottomless, one torrential. Double Mirror Force. My reasoning for Mirror Force is because while you have a Dark Law on the field, Mirror Force is like basically the biggest D prison you'll ever see in your entire life. The only bad card that Mirror Force is bad against is of course Winda, and that's pretty much it. And of course when you have Dark Law and Mirror Force, everything just gets banished instead. So hands don't even matter at this point. So yeah, double Mirror Force. And people don't expect Mirror Force. People expect the D prison and stuff like that. But in my opinion, Mirror Force is just really, really good in this deck. And being able to protect your Dark Law is so good. Once you bring out the Dark Law, you want to try to protect it as much as possible because, players just lose to Dark Law. Trust me. In Talonites, they summon Denab, add a card, Dark Law shoots a card of its hand. If they try to Unakalai to send Denab to the grave, Dark Law just banishes the Denab and stuff like that. And of course, you must try your best to protect your Dark Law. Next, I play Triple Call of the Haunted for the Shadow Mist, and of course to try to get that mass change out as fast as possible. And of course, Call of the Haunted, you can go into OTK with Call of the Haunted as well. You're able to just Call of the Haunted for the alias, attack for 19, mass change into Koga, which is a 2800 beater, which is absolutely amazing, and just attack your opponent for more damage and stuff like that. So triple call is really, really good. And last but not least, I main the double Vandy's Emptiness. I feel like Vandy's Emptiness is a really key card in this deck. And some of you guys may ask, if you guys don't have Vandy's Emptiness, what's a good substitute to play for Vanities? You guys could play, instead of Vandy's Emptiness, double Wiretap. You guys can also play double D Prison and stuff like that, or even a third breakthrough skill. That's my substitute. But in my opinion, you guys should play Wiretaps if you guys don't have the Vandy's Emptiness, because I know that Vandy's Emptiness is a really expensive card at the moment, and some players cannot afford this card. So that's a really good substitute that you guys can play instead of Vandy's Emptiness. And of course, the reason why I main deck Vandy's Emptiness is because, of course, having Dark Law on the field and you flip up Vandy's Emptiness is absolutely amazing. Just so good at this point. And of course, you're able to just control the game at this point when you flip Vandy's Emptiness and you have Dark Law on the field. So it's just you're in a really good position right now. So yeah, I don't see a lot of people maining Vandy's Emptiness in Heroes, but in my opinion, it's just really, really good. But you just have to know on how to use and utilize Vandy's Emptiness into a good card in this deck. So yeah, guys. So what you guys want to do is, of course, establish a really great board first. Then you can flip the Vandy's Emptiness. And of course, Vandy's is self-explanatory, and it's really good against Burning Abyss, Shadows, Telenites, and stuff like that. So yeah, that is it for my traps. I do play 12 traps, and I play a 41 card main deck, and I wouldn't cut out anything out of the main deck. And of course, off to my side deck is, of course, I play one Wiretap, and of course, obviously, as the format progresses and the format changes, I'll be making updates on this deck and making updates to the side deck. But this is what I have so far. So of course, one Wiretap. Let's go out for the traps first. One D Prison, one Twister, double Fairy Wind. This is for the Clayfort matchups. To be honest, Heroes have a really great matchup against Clayforts. So yeah, if you're able to establish Dark Law on the field first against Cliff Forts, you're in a good position. But if they're able to already set up their OTKs, you're in a pretty bad position from there. But I might even want to bump Twister up to 2 um, against the Cliff Fort matchup. Of course, for the Burning Abyss and Shaddoll's, 1 Soul Drain and triple Shadow Imprisoning Mirror. As you guys all know it, this is all self-explanatory. Yeah, of course, triple Shadow Imprisoner for the BA matchups and of course Shaddoll matchups. You guys don't know how powerful Shadow Imprisoning Mirror is. It's just so good. This card is absolutely amazing against those matchups. And the thing is that while you have a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror on the board, while with Dark Law on the field, Dark Law is a continuous effect. So if they try to continue to send cards to the graveyard, it will be banished instead. Shadow Imprisonment just stops the negation of activations of a dark monster, but Dark Law doesn't activate. The only time that it will activate is, of course, when your opponent adds card from their deck to their hand. So while you have Shadow Imprisonment Mirror out, it does not work against a Dark Law. So of course, your opponent will still be able to add cards from their deck to their hand, and Dark Law won't get its effect to just banish a card out of their hand. So yeah, but it doesn't matter. At this point, while you have a Shadow Imprisoning Mirror on the field, it will hurt them more likely than it will hurt your Dark Law. So yeah. Next we played the double Lightning Imprisoning Mirror, specifically for the S9 matchup. And next I played 1 Thunder King Ryo and of course triple Maxi to end off my side deck. So that's it. I'm sorry guys if this video is taking too long. I just like to explain everything. I'm sorry guys for just rambling. But yeah. Next, off to our fusions. We play double Masked Hero Dark Law. Dark Law is absolutely amazing. I emphasize on how good this card is. 2400 Walking Macrocosmos is absolutely amazing. And of course, as I said before, this card is really good against the Cliff Fort matchups because I heard that the ruling, same goes for Macrocosmos against the Cliff Forts, is that for Pendulums, the mechanic is that instead of going to the graveyard, it goes to the thing instead, to your extra deck instead. But I heard that if Dark Law were to destroy a Pendulum monster, it banishes itself instead, because I heard that it has to touch the graveyard first, then it goes on top of the extra deck. But I don't know. But that's what I'm hearing so far. So if you guys know the exact ruling, let me know down in the comment section below, because I love to communicate with you guys. I love to talk to you guys through the comments and stuff like that. And I'll make sure to reply to your comments if you guys have any questions and stuff like that. So that would Master Dark Law. Shit's on. Sorry guys. Sorry for swearing. It wrecks on Shaddoll's Burning Abyss, S Knights, Cliff Forts, and other rogue matchups as well. It's a Macrocosmos, guys. 1 Koga, self-explanatory. This is a really huge beater. It gains 500 attack for each monster on the field, I think. Yeah, must be such a mass change. This card gains 500. Yeah, it gains 500 for each monster your opponent controls. So it's pretty good. It's like a bootleg version of Shining. Yeah, 1 Escarado, 1 Shining, 1 0, and 1 Acid for our fusions. Acid is absolutely amazing. I'll show you guys a quick combo that you guys can do with Acid and Dark Law after I show you guys my extra deck. Off to my XYZs. 1 Excalibur for the OTK, Blade Armor, Gustor Emerald, Heroic Gandiva. Gandiva is absolutely amazing against the Burning Abyss matchup, so this card is really good. 1 About with Chain, able to set up your plays with Shadow Mist and stuff like that. 1 Exciton Knight, 1 number 101, and last but not least, 1 Castell to end off my extra deck lineup. And of course, what I'm debating is to either put in Rhapsody or not, because Rhapsody is really good. But other than that, this is what I have so far. As you guys see, I do not play, what's it called, Abyss Dweller, is because you have this. This is your Abyss Dweller. You guys don't need Abyss Dweller at all, actually, in this deck. So that is it for my extra deck. I'll show you guys a quick combo that I did throughout the entire day at locals today when I came top 4. This is what I did a lot, how I'm able to just plus a lot. So this is what I have. The combo that you need in your hand is, of course, Mass Change, Mass Charge, or double Mass Change. So this could be a Mass Charge or a Mass Change. And of course, you must have in your hand a Shadow Mist. So what I do with this hand is, of course, this is my hand, the 3 cards you have in hand. You can substitute Mass Charge for another Mass Change. It doesn't matter. This is what you need to have in your hand. Yeah, so what you want to do is, of course, this is what I did all day. I normal summon Shadow Mist. I activate Mass Change, okay? So what Mass Change does is sends its cards to the graveyard. And this is your hand. So it sends it to the graveyard to summon Dark Law. So you summon Dark Law in attack mode. And of course, when Shadow Mist effect is that when it's sent to the graveyard, you're able to add a hero monster from your deck to your hand. So I add a Bowman from my deck to my hand. So you search up the Bowman. Then you set the mass charge. You special summon Bowman in defense mode. Then you activate mass charge again. You get mass change and the Shadow Mist back to your hand. So and then you set. And then you wait. You go on onto your opponent's turn. Your opponent does their whatever shenanigans. They end their turn. They set 5 back row. They set 3 back row. And what I usually did all day was during the end phase, if my Bowman doesn't get destroyed, I mass change. Or before Bowman doesn't get destroyed, I mass change. And either way, your opponent will usually likely to set cards before they do anything. For some reason, yeah, that's what all my opponents did. They set cards and then they just went off. So I mass change into with Bowman, bringing out Acid. And at this point, Acid is able to pop all of the spawn trap cards that your opponent controls, and then now you have a big board of course, a Dark Law and a Master Hero Acid on board. And that's what I literally did all day, and it just really pissed off some players because this combo was just absolutely devastating. Having an Acid on the board and a Dark Law on the board is absolutely amazing. So yeah, guys, that's quick combo that you guys can do, and it all depends on the cards you have in your hand that you're able to combo off with. And of course, a quick combo that you're able to have is you're able to bring out Laval with Chain. You bring out Laval with Chain. You ditch Shadow Mist, you search a Bowman, you special Bowman, you mass change, stuff like that. It all depends on the cards that you have in your hand. So yeah, guys, this is my hero deck profile. I just hope you guys enjoyed this deck profile, guys. I'm sorry for too much talking. I'm sorry for taking 21 minutes of your life watching this entire video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos, guys, and stay tuned for more deck profiles, pack openings, and of course, Yu-Gi-Oh dual commentary. And if you guys haven't checked my dual video with this deck, there will be an annotation somewhere on the screen again. So please, guys, be sure to check that out. And Team Soundson Sam signing out. Peace, and don't forget to subscribe for more Yu-Gi-Oh videos.